Welcome back, and today I have a account review? Question mark? I mean, it is an account review, but this time it's for me, myself, and I. Yes, me, X, hold my hand, but you could just call me X. But I'm going to be doing a account review here today for my account because usually when I do the account reviews, it's always for y'all account. But I was like, you know what? Why don't I do an account review for my account real quick? So, with that being said, let's go ahead and see what my account has to offer. But I really wish I wrote down like some account review notes here, but it's okay, it's okay. But today we have X, hold my hand. Oh, hello, hello, it's me, hello. The bio is my YouTube. You should definitely subscribe. By the way, you should definitely subscribe. We're so close to 1,000 subs, and you definitely should join my Discord because we're gonna be doing a monthly giveaway soon of 10 people. 10 people. But yes, January 30th. Yes, this is my actual birthday, January 30th, baby. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've been level 80 for quite a while now. Somewhere during the end of 1.x, I think, or close to 2.x. I forgot. As soon as you can hit level 80, I was level 80, basically. And then we have for my friends list, holy. So we have my friend Godspeed. Okay, yep, he's waiting for Yang Yang and then Susu. He already has the Yang Yang. And then we have my friend Mono. He is a Chang-Li lover to the day he dies, and he did end up getting the S6 Lucy. Very, very lucky pulls, but also kind of unlucky pulls. But anyways, besides that, yeah, everybody just they don't play the game, okay? All right, so my friends, hey, y'all should definitely go to sub the bro too. He's a very, very funny YouTuber. But yeah, besides that, it's pretty dry. It's pretty dry, okay? It's pretty dry. It's pretty dry, all right? But besides that, we go look at my pools. But before we do that, let's have a word for today's sponsor. Are you looking to get Lynae for cheaper? With Enjoy GM, it's a safe way that lets you get in-game top-ups at a discount up to 21% off compared to the official price. The $100 pack only costs $80 here, which is an insane discount. Confused on how to top up? All you need is your UID, server region, no giving your password away. And after you do that, you're gonna look over in the game, and then you should get it here in a second. Boom, there you go. The Lynae subscription has hit my account, and I'm going to show you guys this is my account right here. As you see, my name, my YouTube. Better yet, by clicking my link in the description and being a new user to Enjoy GM, you get an extra 8% coupon on your first top bonus on any game you desire. Not only that, Enjoy GM is trusted by the PCI DSS with a 4.6 review, so you can shop safely with no problem. What are you waiting for? Use my link to hurry up and get those discounts and sweet old good pool with Enjoy GM. All right, my pools. Oh. Yeah, I'm kind of homeless. I'm kind of homeless. Corals. Oh. I'm kind of homeless. I'm kind of homeless. All right, so we don't worry about none of that. We don't worry about none of that. We don't none of that. All right, did we have our monthly subscription? Now, I do have quite a few monthly subscription. This is really basically the only thing I get. I don't really buy Battle Pass that much anymore. I haven't bought a Battle Pass for a very, very long time. I usually just buy skins and then basically like a monthly. And then besides that, yeah, like you can see, I have every skin in the game. So yeah, I buy every skin. Besides that, we had the spending. I basically only bought these for the skins. So if it wasn't for the skin, I never really buy these. But that's really about it. So let's go into my characters and see what my characters have to offer. Okay, so for my characters, first we have Lynae. Now, I feel like I have a pretty good Lynae build. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. We have her on the static miss, pretty good stat line. And then when it comes to her echoes, it's just something pretty simple. I do run her on the ER of 3 calls because, you know, the teams I run her in, if you just watch my content besides my account reviews, I run her in some pretty funny teams. So her being on the 3 calls is very, very helpful. So it doesn't make it where I have to go and chase in getting ER rolls on every single echo, which I don't have that on every single, because you can see I literally only have an ER roll on none of my echoes. Okay, so all my ER is coming from the whippet and my ER3 call, so it helps out a lot. And then we have the I don't think I showed her dukes. Yeah, I had no dukes on her. And then we have the Yang Yang. So I just lost 50-50 on Yang Yang about on the time she dropped, and then I pulled again on a random tip pool like the other day, and I kind of got Yang Yang. So she's kind of unbuilt right now, but we're gonna get to her. We're gonna get to her. I think I'm gonna build her sister first, so I could do her sister main DPS, and then after that we'll build Yang Yang. But for now, Yang Yang is kind of homeless. But yes, Lucilla. The Lucilla build is kind of like whatever. Since you know she does no damage, I just kind of threw her on whatever. I didn't really care. So yeah, she's kind of built. However, it doesn't really matter when it comes to Lucy builds anyway. But yes, and then we have Lucy. Now I do have the Lucy. I really like Lucy. I really like Cyberpunk. I did not get her Sig though. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't feel like farming for it. But then we have the set is pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. We don't really have max out traces, but we're basically there. And then for dupes, I don't have any of her dupes activated at the very least, but I do have her S2. The S2 is probably not going to get activated anytime soon because I don't really like activating dupes and then showcasing characters to y'all because it doesn't feel, relatable. I like to do things like support DPS and stuff like that. When I do that, I want y'all to feel like y'all can do it too. But since I don't really use like main DPSs in my videos for real, I will probably will activate this one day. But for now, I'm just gonna hold off on it. But besides that, the Lucy build is pretty good. We have about 28 heavy damage, pretty good, nice ER and everything. Very, very nice. Rebecca, and the Rebecca is also pretty good. I do think I'm gonna be changing her set soon. She is also on the stack miss. I think I'm gonna change her to like the DPS set, like her in the DPS set, and just run her still as a support. So yeah, because I feel like that might just be a little bit better. Besides that, we have no dupes on her, and it's a pretty good build for a moonlit set. It's pretty alright. It's pretty alright. Nothing crazy, nothing crazy. Then we have Dinya. So this is Dinya on her support build. You know me, I do have a DPS Dinya build, but besides that, we have her and her Sig. Pretty nice, pretty nice. The set maxed out traces basically, except for the intro, and then no dupes, no dupes, no dupes. Pretty nice build. Then Hiyuki. Now Hiyuki, if you seen the pulling video, I basically was like, I'm gonna give Hiyuki one 10 pull. If I don't get her, I don't get her. So I did one 10 pull, and as you can see, I do have Hiyuki. So we didn't go for her weapon because, like I said, I like Hiyuki, but I really didn't plan on pulling the character. So since I didn't pull on pulling the character, I didn't pull her weapon. So yeah, but yeah, basically that's our choice on her. No deuce, no deuce. But Hiyuki is very cool, very decent build for her too. I like that. And then we have Sigrika. Now Sigrika, I honestly did not plan on pulling when she like released, but after seeing everybody slander her so hard, I was like, okay, it's gonna be funny as like if I just pull this character later down the line, she's kind of broken. Which later down the line is she is kind of broken. It's just she's just kind of awkward to play sometimes. Besides that, she's a really strong character. I have a really good build on her. I'm only missing 10 ER for her max buff. But yeah, we'll get to there one day. We'll get there one day. But besides that, pretty good. Oh, and I also forgot to mention I did get a double on her weapon matter. But yeah, so we're just gonna keep that there for like a very, very long time. And then we have the Aemeath. Now, my Aemeath probably has one of my craziest builds in my account. I'm not gonna lie. The Aemeath build just kind of got very, very lucky. As you see, I'm over cap on crit rate by 2%, but I can't really do anything about that because we got this and then this is pretty good. This is pretty good. This is also pretty good. And then this is also pretty decent. And then we have this. So yeah, we just can't really do anything that besides that maxed out traces and then no dupes also on the ABF, no dupes on the ABF. But besides that, she has a very, very cracked build. And then we have the Mornye. Now we know I do love me some Mornye, especially a DPS Mornye. So yes, this is just my regular Mornye though on her support build. But if you do want to see DPS Mornye, go ahead and go look for my support DPS playlist, and you should be able to find DPS Mornye very, very easily. But besides that, pretty good Mornye. Maybe one day I'll probably get her S1. I probably won't activate it for a very long time, but I think I might get it just because like it's very, very good. As you can see from the cost tier list that I did, it's a very, 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 very nice S1. Very, very worth the value. But yes, besides that, pretty good Mornye, and I love her skin. And we have Tisha. Tisha build is pretty good. I think it's actually a really nice Tisha build. I have a build with like higher crit damage and lower ER, but I'm gonna stick with this build because having the ultimate on Chisha is very, very important. And this ER right here keeps her on the ultimate uptime very, very nicely. I will one day build her on crit stats on the healed set, but for right now, I'm just gonna leave her like this. She's perfectly fine. And then plus, I run her as a DPS here and there, so like this is cool. Yeah, and then we had the Cho Yan. Now Cho Yan, yeah, this is how I expect almost like every Cho Yan to see be like almost like 200 ER or somewhere around this ballpark, then having enough crit for his crit buff and then like however much crit damage you can come up with. And then yeah, bro's on like Overture. Yeah, he's just his weapon doesn't really matter. His damage doesn't really matter. All you need him on is on his 3-piece set and then 2-piece Moonlit, and with the 4 cost being the Heron, and then Choyan is pretty much done. Also, no deuce on him. That's gonna be it for Choyan. And then we have Augusta. I don't know why I keep saying her name and saying Augusta. It's Augusta. Okay, lock in, lock in. All right, so Augusta, I have her and her Sig. I also didn't really plan on getting Augusta, but I was like, dang, bro, she just really, really reminds me of Melania. So I had to pull her on her, and luckily I got her in a 10 pool, so I would love that. Her weapon took me around like 70 pulls, but it's okay because I got her in the 10 pool. But yeah, the build itself, I do have very low ER. My crit stats is kind of like but I really don't care that much for Augusta. But I only really pulled her because she looked like Millennia, and that I can run her as a support for some of my support DPSs or even other DPSs that I like to run her with. So yeah, usually when I run Augusta, she's run as support. But even when I run her as a DPS and like DPM or something like that, the ER and stuff like that situation is like completely fine because I quit slop like crazy on her, and then she's like chilling. But besides that, it's a pretty decent build, not a crazy build. And then we have phrolova. Now the phrolova build was also pretty good. I do have a build with her on 100% crit rate, but I just kind of run with this one because it's like I really don't care that much. But yeah, besides that, max out traces, like everybody should, you should definitely max out phrolova traces. She does a lot of damage for everything. Besides that, the dupes, I do have the S1 activated. I didn't mean to. And then we have the S2. It's probably not going to get activated. It's way too broken, so I'm not going to activate it for a very long time. But besides that, phrolova is pretty nicely built. And then we have Zenny. The Zenny build is also pretty great. Probably another one of my best builds in here. We have about 36 heavy attack, which is pretty good. Sig, her echo set, pretty nice. Maxed out traces. And then we do have her S1. I ended up getting her S1 in a single pull, which is kind of crazy. It was accidental, but I did get it in a single pool, so I was like, hey, okay, yep. Anyways, yep. Zenny, pretty nicely built. I really like this Zenny build. Then we have Cantarella. Now I do have a Cantarella build. I don't really, or Cantarella DPS build. I don't really know where it's at right now, but this is her on the support set. It's pretty nice. Maxed out traces, and then we have no dupes, no dupes, no dupes. But if I know if I was to pull dupes on one character and activate them, I don't think I will hold back. I will probably go all in S3 Canterville. I'm not gonna lie. It's very fun to play. Besides that, pretty nicely built. You could argue a little bit higher ER, but the way I play her, at least with the team I did play her in, it's probably gonna change a little bit now that I have Yang Yang. I'm probably gonna use Yang Yang Canterville phrolova, and then kind of go with that team. But with the team I run her in, the ER is like perfectly fine. But I would say you probably around like 5 to 10ish more ER for comfortable rotations, but that's really about it. I mean, we have Phoebe. Phoebe build is kind of just like whatever. I just have Phoebe her six. She's just, the Zandy bot. She's the Zandy bot. She's the Zandy bot. I do run her as a DPS here and there. Maybe I'd pull up with a DPS Phoebe build. I haven't done that in a very long time. And we did just do DPS Lynae, so surely DPS Phoebe could also clear. We'll see. But the Phoebe build is kind of just like whatever. It's just like some Moonlit bot. And then we have Carlotta. This is a pretty good Carlotta build. Now, the ER would look very concerning, but the way I play Carlotta is perfectly fine. She gets her ultimate up 100% of the time. Plus, most of the times that I use her, it's a very quick swappy team like her and Cantarella or like her and Jing Liao for DPM and stuff like that, and it clears very nicely well. But besides that, pretty nice Carlotta build. We have about 12 skill damage. Yeah, we have no skill damage. Yeah. And then we have Camellia. Now, I did have a different Camellia build. I had like her on Lingering Tombs. I really like that build. It was a really nasty Camellia build. But visually, I was like, okay, I need to switch her build. The other build was like fine. It was doing a lot of damage. I always 5K to DPM and stuff like that. But I was just like, I want to put her on this set so I know, because I just know this set is better than Lingering Tombs. Even if my like stats and stuff was better. But yeah, we have her on this set now. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Nothing crazy. And she has the like 8 basic attack. Yeah, it's nothing crazy. I definitely still need to get better, especially on the crit rate. Definitely need to get that around 70 mark because 65 is a little on Camellia. Then we had the Shorekeeper. Pretty nice Shorekeeper. We know I had the DPS Shorekeeper build. It's basically just my Genshi echoes almost kinda a little bit. But yeah, and then yeah, we have the traces basically maxed out. Then we have her S2. This is the only S2 I think I have active on my account for a limited character. And I did this all the way back when I was like kind of stopped doing YouTube. So I kind of just pull S2 Shorekeeper because like, I'm a slight meta slave, but at the same time, I really love Shorekeeper. So I got the S2 and I seen it was broken as freak. So I definitely activated that all the way back then. But yes, besides that, really nice Shorekeeper. And then we have Zhang Liao. Now, this Zhang Liao build, I built this for him being not in Shorekeeper teams. but sometimes I do run him with shorekeeper, but not a lot. I usually run him with Cancerella or him with Carlotta, like I said earlier. But yeah, this build is pretty nice for him not being a team with a crit rate buffer like shorekeeper. It's a pretty nice build. I really like it. It does its job. It does its job. And he has enough ER, so it does its job. I love this build. Then we have the Chain Lee. I don't think I've changed this build since her release. I don't think I've changed this build at all, or at least since 1.0. But yeah, this build on Changli is pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. It's a pretty nice ratio for ER, crit rate, and crit damage all on one without being buffed. So it's a very, very, very nice Changli. I really like this Changli, and I really love her skin. I mean, just look at it. And then we have Jinshi, my goat. This is my goat right here. So we have Jinshi, really, really insane build. I really love my Jinshi build. Pretty nice. And then yeah, Echoes pretty nicely set up too. And then we have her maxed out traces. Now for dupes, we do have her S1. Probably won't be activated this for a while too, since you know it's not insanely broken, but it is a pretty good margin of damage increase. Plus, I like to do videos here and there showing that Jinshi is still very strong of a unit at the S0R1. So I'm just gonna keep her at this for now. And then we have the Yinlin. The Yinlin build is paired up with the Jinshi. So I would say her ER requirements will be probably a little bit higher, probably about 140 to 135. But since the way I play her with Jinshi, I spam intro skills a lot into Yinlin. So the ultimate problems is perfectly fine, is extremely fine. Besides that, we have no dudes. We have this on the buffing set for when I'm running her with the Jinshi. It's a very, very nice build. We do have her on the battle pass weapons. I do not have String Master, nor do I plan on pulling String Master, but String Master is a good weapon. It is a good weapon. Besides that, I think that is about it. I guess yeah, it's just the Rover, which I use Rover with Zanny, and it's probably on like the EOG whenever I run it, and that's really about it. Then we had like the Booling at 6. Yeah, that's really about it. I guess we do have the DPS Tao Chi, which I haven't done DPS Tao Chi in a very long time. Maybe I also do DPS Tao Chi. Maybe we'll see. This is not her DPS build. I don't think. Yeah, like there's some of these echoes is not on her DPS build, but besides that, I think that's really about it. Yeah, I mean, we could look about 50-50 losses real quick. Yeah, we have an S3 Ling Yang. Where's Encore? She should be like right here. Encore. S4 Encore. And then we have the S5 Arena, S5 Genshin, and S2 Cal Charles. So that's all for my 50-50 losses. It's very, very sad. You all should pray for me so I never lose another 50-50. And I'll also pray for you. But besides that, I think that's gonna be it for my characters. Now let's go look at my in-game content and my overworld exploration. Okay, so for the TLA, I don't have the left side tower fully cleared. I did full clear TOA. I probably just use this team. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if I literally just used this team against this and then killed it. And then we have the right tower. Okay, all right, I'd probably one tap this boss in one rotation. I'm not gonna lie, that's a little too overpowered team for a side tower. And then we have the middle tower. You see me do these in the video for the DPS Lynae. So this is the DPS Lynae clears on the top and bottom floor. And then we just have some phrolova shenanigans, and then we just have some hiyuki shenanigans. Pretty nice. I think before this clear right here was done, I think I had a Zanny clear, if I'm not mistaken. And then I think it was just this phrolova clear that was right here. So yeah, it was a Zanny clear here. And besides that, we had the DPS Lynae clear, which you guys should go watch the DPS Lynae video, by the way. It was very insane. I mean, just look. Did you expect the DPS Lynae to beat this last floor? Some of y'all DPS is probably not even doing that, because that's probably because you kind of suck. I'm not gonna lie. But besides that, let's go to the Weewa. Okay, now Weewa. Now I don't really particularly like this game mode, so I want to be surprised if my score isn't too high. Um, yeah. Oh, I remember this. Yes. I don't really like Hiyuki and the Weeble. I don't think I'll be playing her and Weeble no more. Besides that, yeah, we have some pretty exceptional clears for the Phrolova and then the Aemeath here. Yeah, I don't really like Hiyuki's gameplay in the Weeble. It's just I don't know. I don't really like how when you slash on her with her dashes, if the enemy isn't there, you just kind of just miss the whole dash. I don't really like it. It felt really uncomfortable. But maybe one day I'll learn it. But at the same time, Weewa is kind of boring. So yeah, but let's go look at our DPM. I didn't even do DPM. Oh. Okay, so I didn't even do DPM, but so that's gonna be it for all my in-game content. Let's go look at my expiration. Okay, when it comes to expiration, I have basically 1.8 fully 100%ed. When it comes to the new region, ooh, yeah, I'm a slacker. I'm a slacker. There's a lot of pools though. A lot of pools. A lot of pools. Then we have the 3-point eggs. This is fully 100%ed, fully 100%ed, and fully 100%ed. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember when I did this. I'm not gonna lie. And then we have the Septimon, basically fully 100%ed, and then Renacida also basically 100%ed. I also don't remember doing this. I'm not gonna lie. And then we have the Black Shores. Yeah, I remember doing this. Yeah, the 1-point eggs and Black Shores. Me's remember doing this, but B's don't remember doing all of this. I'm not gonna lie. Me's don't remember doing all of this. But let's go give my final thoughts on my account. Okay, so for my final thoughts on my account, my account's pretty good. Obviously, there's some things that I could have done easily to like quote unquote more investment. So like I do have investments for some characters. Like I have the S2 Lucy here, and then I have the S2 for Lover here that also that's not activated. And then I have the S1 Jinshi here, which is also not activated. And then I have the S2 Shorekeeper, which is very, very nice of a dupe. And then I had the S1 Zanny that I got in a random single pool. So I have the investment there, and my account is pretty good. I easily could have gotten more investment and more characters. Like, for example, I could have gotten S3 Carthea, but Mies thought that was a little too broken, and then I could have also gotten the S3 Aemeath, but Mies also thought that was a little bit too broken. So when it comes to like when I'm pulling my account, I mostly think of like my YouTube standpoint. So I try not to go for like broken dupes, and then it's just like sometimes on characters that I like, I would just go for like dupes on them and then probably not activate them. So this will probably be going on like this for like quite a while. So yeah, if you've been watching me for a little while, or you're gonna continue watching me for a while, keep expecting some random things like this of me pulling S2 characters and then not activating the S2. But yes, besides that, my account's pretty good. I don't think there's anything I would like really change that much. Like, only thing I would say I regret pulling, quote unquote, is probably just the Cho Yan. I like pulled Cho Yan for like YouTube standpoint of me making bro DPS, only to figure out bro DPS is just way too bad. Only way you can get bro to DPS for real is with his S3, which me is not doing that. That's way too much. So when I did that, I was like, ugh. I kind of wish I pulled Galbrina because I like the Galbrina a lot, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm not really stressing about it. It's not like bro actually is useless on my account. He works really well with my phrolova. He works really well with my Sigrika, wherever Sigrika is. Yeah, Sigrika. So he works really well with the Sigrika. So I don't really regret pulling bro that much thanks to mostly Sigrika. So it's okay. Besides that, not really a single regret on this account. Every single character basically gets used if I have them built. So yeah, but basically from a realistic standpoint, if I wasn't pulling based on like just around my content, so I can give you guys a more relatable experience, I think I would have still pulled for the S2 for Lova. I would have I didn't mean to do that. A S3 Carthea. I'll have an S3 Carthea. I will probably have an S3 Aemeath. Uh, I think I would have the S1 Mornye. I would probably have an S6 Shorekeeper. I would most likely have an S6 Shorekeeper. I'm not gonna lie. Uh, what else? I would probably have an S6 Jinshi also. Yeah, I held back a lot for content creation. Besides that, I'll probably have an S3 Cantarella. I will probably have an S3 Cantarella. I'm not gonna lie. Besides that, I don't think there's really anything else. Yeah, that's really about it. That's really about it. I would just have a few dupes here and there. Being a quite a bit of unrelatable, but I try to be as relatable as I possibly can because when I do these clears, like I said, I want you to feel like you could also do the clear, especially for whenever I do my support main DBSs like Mornye and stuff like that. You see Mornye clearing TOA, you're like, whoa, that's actually crazy. And he has no dupes. Wow, I want to try that to myself. And then you get inspired and you start liking the game more for doing things that's, unrelated to like meta and stuff like that. Then you're having your little fun. So that's really what I want to stand out for whenever I do these things, and not for me standing out and doing support DPS clears with the S6, because then that's not fun. Nor is that relatable. So yeah, That's gonna probably be it for that part. Let's give my account a grade. Now, when it comes to the grade on my account, I think, like I said, my account is pretty good. It's definitely not bad. Like I said, I have the investment there. I have the S2 Lucy, I have the S2 phrolova, I have the S1 Zandy, I have the S2 shorekeeper, and I have the S1 Jinshi. All of those are pretty good dupes, very good dupes. And like I said, if I wanted to, I could have gone even further. But besides that, my account right now, on the standpoint, I don't really have any character that's basically like useless. I definitely think my account is going to be in a little bit of a predicament now that I have Yang Yang, but it's okay because I'm going to be pulling for her sister, and then that's already going to fix some of my problems. So it's all right. Besides that, I think right now on the account, my account standpoint, I definitely could easily beat Tia away with a whole bunch of my characters. We was no problem, and then I have DPM, which I have more than enough teams to go clear DPM. So I think it can safely put my account at a probably an S. I definitely don't think it's anything higher than that. Definitely not S plus, nothing crazy at that because, like I said, my account does indeed have the investment. One could argue S minus. I'm not gonna lie, you could argue S minus, but I think I would put my account at a safe S simply because one, I'm a good player. Okay, I'm good at the game, so I can quit swap like crazy on this game. So I think it puts my account, even if it was quote unquote probably to you like an S minus even, or probably even like a A plus. I definitely think it safely puts my account in an S simply because of how crazy I can go with the quick swaps. I be clearing with crazy teams like you seen with the DPS Dinya, DPS Lynae, DPS Chisha, and I even clear with Zandy very easily. I mean, this clearing with this character is like very simple. The most simplest probably on this entire account. And then I be quick swapping also with like Aemeath and stuff with the Chisha and Dinya and the hiyuki quick swap and stuff. Like, I be going crazy with it. So I definitely think with the quick swap, it safely puts my account at a cool S here. Definitely not an S plus. It's definitely not an S plus. I'm not there yet. I don't think my account is there yet at all. But besides that, I think that is going to be it for today's video. If you guys like this type of content, please like, comment, and subscribe. And you should definitely subscribe because we're right there. I think we're about 50 more subs until we hit 1K. And then we're going to be able to do the giveaway. And I'll be able to do even more giveaways since we'll be getting a little bit of money from YouTube. I'll just literally use the YouTube money for giveaways. I don't really care about the YouTube money, but I want the YouTube money so I can give it all back to you guys. So if we can, let's get 1,000 subs. You should definitely join my Discord because the only way I can host the giveaways for you guys is through my Discord. So join there. Try to get yourself a monthly pass or something like that. We even do $100 USD little top ups for you guys on giveaways. We did that once and we're gonna probably do it again. So yes, join the Discord. But besides that, I hope you guys have a wonderful night, wonderful afternoon, or wonderful morning, wherever you are. But anyways, peace out.